Hi everybody, and welcome to tonight's Theater of the First. That's us. Hi, how's it going, everyone? So, today we're gonna quickly get back into the swing of things with more Digimon World Dawn. If you weren't here last time, we got through the first major dungeon as well as the intro segment. This one's gonna go a lot faster now that we're past that. We did do a little bit of setup off screen just to make sure we had an entire team ready to go for screen today instead of like 4 of 6. So we'll get into that right away and show you what's changed. But other than that, we haven't really made any progress off screen, so don't worry about that. That said, we're gonna get on over to the main stage. So I'll see you there in just a second, okay? I had to find the DS screen. There we go. Nice and cozy and ready to go. So, our team has not really changed a lot. There's two new there's two new additions. If I can remember which buttons to press. Okay. So, Guilmon and Coronamon have both evolved off screen while we were grinding. On top of that, we now have the Pagumon we had last time has finally evolved into Impmon. We picked up a second Pagumon that has become Devimon, as well as a Patamon. These will be important for later. We also have this Vmon, which we are not going to be making into Paildramon in this run. We're going to be taking the alternative route, because that route is locked to this version of the game. That's what the focus is. We ended up dropping Snow Agumon just because that line doesn't really have a lot of variety going into it. Like, there's no alternative lines or anything like a lot of Digimon lines have. I finished Pandora Hearts. Yeah, congratulations. Hurts, don't it? Okay. With that said, we're gonna get right into the second major guild mission here. Yeah, that's about right. Just informed another Digi area has appeared in the digital world. Digimon are calling the new area Limit Valley. Limit Valley? We should go check on it. We need to find out if it's safe. Gaio Laya, both of you please go investigate the mysterious Digi area immediately. Roger. Ready to Limit Valley immediately. Hi, it's me. I'm the strongest one here. Outside of the megas on screen, but don't worry about them. I'll get there. I'm waiting for you, Ars. Gao and Laya are already on it, but I want you to go investigate Limit Valley, the Digi area where a link was restored. I'm counting on you. Just be careful. The Limit Valley is not a very long area. It's actually shockingly short. We are going to spend like no time here, especially thanks to the quality of life adjustments that make us move a bit faster. We are going to like run through this place like no one's business. We might have to stop a little bit near the end, because we need some holy EXP. I don't remember if Caesarmon is beast or holy. I think it might actually be beast. Let's see. No, there is holy here. I might just be misremembering. So welcome to Limit Valley. This is like many areas in this game. A reused texture palette from Digimon World DS. It is a much quicker and more straightforward zone than the previous one. Wow, look at that. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. I'm gonna punch this baby in the head. Yeah, sure enough. This baby has been punched. Alright. So this is a very quick zone. Literally just go here, grab this. Go up the top. I don't remember if there's a gate in this even. Go right over here. There's another chest we can pick up here. We'll have to explore a little more of it later. But there's not a lot of, like, alternative routes that actually go anywhere here. They're mostly, like, dead ends. There's the boy, except it's his weird Savers version. Yet also somehow his head is not as fat or round as his Savers version. Like, Savers Agumon is like a goober. There we go. Alright. Would you believe we're done? The boss is in this room. We are gonna have something new to explain here for people who haven't played the DS era games before, though. Anyway, there's a mysterious black egg. Yeah. The mystic energy. Welcome. I've been waiting, tamer of a dying union. I'm going to give you your new order. Ah, it's the same laugh as the red-cloaked creature earlier. You can't defy me. Don't try to resist. Caesarbon, defeat this tamer. Ah. Alright. This is the second strange egg we fought. This one's slightly less skeletal, though. Okay, he is a beast, so this probably isn't going to do much damage. I should have gone for my default move anyway. What if the tamer found a mysterious egg? You'd be shocked by how many times this happened. Boom. Ow. Yeah, we might be a little overpowered because, like, getting our team together... there's, like, an odd little conundrum going on here. Where getting my team together due to the lowered, encounter rates actually ended up, like, causing me to, like, power grind. Because the encounter rate has been lowered, but your EXP gain has been increased. But what you encounter in fights is still random. So if you want a rare Digimon, you're gonna have to, like, do more encounters. Alright. Alright, goodbye, Caesarmon. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, he lived. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye-bye. Bye. Alright. That wasn't the boss, by the way. But I will take that EXP. Everyone get bigger. Ooh. What do we got? Little Blizzard. I will definitely take that over Charge, because Charge is completely useless. I have to hand it to a Union Tamer. Caesarmon was no match for you. Then how about this? Think you can win? Hey, stop picking on our rookie. How did I get here before you guys? Let us handle the grunt. Don't underestimate the Light Fang. I'm gonna punch you, Egg. How feisty. But your existence isn't needed in this world. So you'll all be deleted right here. Ba-bum. Egg hatching. Bump, bump, bottom. Time for our introduction to this game-exclusive villain. Grimmon. created explicitly for these video games. This is also our first introduction to how boss fights work. When they are not one zone. Grimmon takes up 3 zones, which means his HP bar is 3 times larger, but you can hit him in 3 separate zones at the same time. Like that. This will be a recurring gimmick that will come throughout the game. On top of this, bosses like this also give way more moves to make up for the fact that they can take a lot more damage. Like, we are melting him here because Grimmon is not a hard boss. Do. Why are you using Black Blast on a dark type Digimon, you idiot? You idiot. He's unholy. It's not gonna do anything. Go, my Fist of the Beast King PNG that we just slapped onto this one. Wow, he really wants to hit. Maybe it's just programmed that way because he's a rookie. Maybe he's prioritizing it. Itmon's actually like our bulkiest guy, just due to how his evolution tree has to work. He has to go back and forth quite a lot. Like, we're just about finished up here. Like I said, this was not gonna take long. Limit Valley is a very short zone. There we go. $300 dark, 300 dragon, 300 bird, 300 insect. I actually need holy. We haven't found a lot of holy yet. There's very few instances of holy we can currently get. Ding, 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 ding. Whoop! Nice going. Yeah. I'll bid farewell for now, but remember, you will all perish by the hands of one of your own. I love the laugh. The shitty compressed laugh is so good. Who was that anyway? Who knows? Hey rookie, that wasn't bad. Keep it up so you don't tarnish the Lightfang name. Anyway, back to the city. Let's inform the leader. Bum bum. You should be able to go for the Bronze Tamer exam soon. We might try and clear out this this next little set of side quests first, though. There we go. So it appears that we have fallen right into his plan. Who in the world was he anyway? I don't know. This enemy and the enemy that destroyed city. They could possibly be the same individual. Come to think of it, I'm concerned about what he meant by, you will perish by the hands of one of your own. Could there be a traitor among us? There's no way of telling for now. If we can't communicate with Darkmoon City, we should be careful not to speak of such things lightly. At any rate, we don't have enough information yet. Let's carefully conduct our own investigation. Now, well done. I'm glad to have such a talented tamer as a member of Lightfang. I look forward to your future performances. Haha. Well done. Keep up the good work. You can collect your rewards at Shine Center. Let's get out of here. I got so much more, so many side quests to do. We don't actually have to do every side quest, by the way. I think you have to do, like... There's a certain amount required to trigger each actual story progression. Ba-da-da-dum, bum-ba-ba-da-da-dum. I think that's the second love Digi-Egg you can get, funnily enough. Yep, see? Because we did some earlier, we already have the next story mission, so we can just go right into it. Because we did all 4 of the base ones, and we only had to do 2. Hey, let's just head on in. Loot Swamp is going to be much longer, and it's going to come down to, do I remember the way through it? Because this is one of the most confusing zones in the game. Immediately. Welcome, Ars. I have a job for you to do. I want you to go to Loop Swamp, where Link has been re-established. Deep inside Loop Swamp, we've detected illegal activity similar to the virus program, like the one that was used to attack City. Chief Blair, ours doesn't have enough experience. Shouldn't we send someone with more? They're still inexperienced. There's no telling what will happen. Shouldn't we call Gao's team and let them handle it? You're right, but I think they're more than capable of handling it. Get to Loop Swamp and find out what's causing the illegal activity. Also, watch out for the whirlpools in Loop Swamp. You can enter the big ones, but not the small ones. Yeah, and that's the only hint you get. That's it. That's your only tip for Loop Swamp, but you'll soon see why it's a problem. do 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 do. I would say it is really nice coming back to these DS games after like Cyber Sleuth and stuff, where it's like, ah yes, varieties of color, and not spending your entire time in the fucking city or the blue dimension. Anyway, welcome to Loop Swamp. If you like Seedramons, we got a big surprise for you here. Seedramons. Hey, let's see if I still remember the path through here. Don't think it's that one. I think we want to go up here. Into this one. My memory. This is like the only time I ever have memory issues with this game. Not that one. Actually, I think it is that one. So, basically, all these will lead you on rather long side paths that will loop back around to earlier in the swamp. If you pick the wrong one at any point. Also, it's crazy how much that quality of life effect like lowers the encounter rate. Like, what do you mean I haven't bought a single thing in here? It's not that one. I think it's over here. Or is this that dead end? I think this is actually a dead end. Yeah, this is a dead end. Okay, we have to go back to that one. Ah, there we go. It's a Tamamon. Look at how small you are, little guy. I'm going to kill you. You're not gonna make it out of here. I'm sorry about this. Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I expected was gonna I'm very powerful. Okay, we have to take this one. Do. I think we're there. Did I actually remember the path properly? I did! I remember the path perfectly first try. Aha! Anyway, it's time to fight a really cool boss. I love this guy a lot. Actually, no! No, I forgot. We're in the wrong game. This guy's way lamer here. He's not a big skeleton dog. You don't get to fight the big skeleton dog in this version. That would be so real if you weep, Mom. We're not doing this. Get out of my way. It's Waru Seedramon instead. Huh? Are you a client? Let's get down to business. Here's the D word you asked for. It was a program that destroys server archives in it. It was created from the virus that you gave me. But that won't let you destroy the entire archive. Now, give me the goods you promised. No. What? You don't have it? What's going on? What? Are you mocking me? You'll pay. I attacked you immediately. Trying to fight Mega Seedramon, but he's angrier than usual. He also it does not like fire. Do 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 do. Ooh, that does not do a lot of damage. Little Blizzard is gonna do like nothing, I think, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright. Especially if you just keep spamming Darkstrom. Do do do. Well, that's gonna poison us. Yep. That's annoying. Oh, this is a definite step up. Unfortunately, we can't start buying like full heal items until later. So we kind of got to put up with this for now. Okay, that's definitely better for you. Dun, 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 dun. He stole my Impmon's turn, asshole. Alright, how hard is this gonna hit? Fuck, that's bad. It's actually better to use the other move. Dog, you have big ice blast? Ew. Yeah. Okay, we don't have enough healing. That's bad. Oopsies. Oopsie-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. We got through the first boss so quickly that I just didn't think that he'd be a problem. I expect us to get more fights on the way here, though. We just gotta start, like, prioritizing specifically keeping alive, Firemon, because he's outputting all the damage here. Attribute change. I don't know why you have that. Now, the problem is more that fucking poison. Stop stealing my turns. Oh, there goes Growlmon, which means he's gonna take like 3 turns in a row. I don't care about that. Alright, Operation Keep Firebomb alive. Which, it does not seem like it's gonna be much of a problem here. It's also gonna have to sacrifice some of these to keep Impmon up too, so that we can use Impmon to keep funneling heals into Firebomb. Doo-doo. There we go. Why is one of those doing so little damage? Let's try the other side. Okay, that's much better. Alright, well. Rest in fucking peace, Impmon. Goodbye, my soldier. Wow, he's still alive somehow. Well, now he's not. Wow, he lived. Oh. So we still have our back line. They're just a lot squishier than our front line when it comes to raw damage output. And I'm not sure if Fyra's going to be able to take, like, 3 hits in a row. Especially since he's poisoned. He did in fact take all those hits in a row. We have a... No, we have multi-recovery. We don't have full recovery yet. That poison is the real problem here. Like, it's turning all of our heals into, like, 100 heals instead of anything worth a damn. If we get through this, that won't be a problem anymore. Like, we'll have access to good healing for, like, the rest of the game. But we have to get through this first. I just didn't think to stock up before we got here. It's fine. Running through the dungeon takes, like, 2 minutes. Alright. We'll see if our backline can finish this. If not, it's not a big deal. I thought we'd get more experience on the way here. Okay, okay, little rookies. Show me what you can do. He's almost dead. The answer's probably not a lot. He just straight up immediately misses. And both of them get paralyzed. Alright. Yeah, that's a great first sign, you know. 12 and 24. Holy shit. I should have bought heals. I didn't think about it. Do, 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 do. I would say, him having multiple statuses that he can inflict is really annoying. Still paralyzed, because paralyzation in this game is, like, insanely cruel. I probably still could have won this. I would have just had to not bring in Vmon and then use a revive on Pyromon. Since that would still give us like 3 guys to keep Pyromon alive with. But I just didn't bother to think about it in advance. Unga Bunga brain activated. Luckily, this isn't a game that that immediately throws you back to the home screen when you lose. It will make us rerun the entire dungeon, though, but that's like nothing. That's barely even a threat. There we go. Oh no! Whoop. Yeah, we had to get this dialogue eventually anyway. Are you okay? You had a bad dream? You were quite restless. Let's do our best to get again. It was all a bad dream. Alright, let's go actually buy some healing items. I was trying to hold off until we got to, done with this dungeon. But, we don't really have much of a choice here. Okay, which one of you does it? Don't need equipment right now. Here we are. Wow, yeah, we only get up to 300, huh? There we go, and revives are a little awkward in this because when your entire front line gets switched out, you can't revive characters or Digimon in the back line. They have to be on the field in order to be revived. Alright. We can totally clear that now instead. Alright, let's go into our team here and let's adjust things. Problem is, there's not really a good way to get around the setup of this. Like, he has a very specific moveset, which means somebody is almost always going to be getting hit in all situations. For the point of the game we're at right now. do do do. Da 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 da. Alright, let's just run on back now that we have healing items. Do do. Dun dun. Bum bum bum. Bum ba da 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 bum 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 bum. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Wrong way. It's really funny how quick this zone goes if you actually know the proper path. Because there's not too many diverging points. But they'll, like, take you on a fucking adventure if you don't know where they are. Also, wow, the encounter rate in here seems oddly, like, disgustingly low. Compared to even the previous zones we were in. Like, you have to actually... That quality of life may have done it a little too much. Because, wow, we encountered no one between us and the boss. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Try and get just a little bit stronger. Unfortunately, Entmon, if we want to go through its, like, evolution tree smoothly, has to get to 25 to evolve again, which is, like, crazy. And we can't evolve Patamon for quite a while because we need Holy EXP. Hey, there's Seedramon. Okay, I'm not gonna hold back on him. I'm gonna punch him into the dirt. I'm gonna leave a little fish kebab on the ground when I'm done with him. Burn, burn, baby, burn. Burn to the ground. Burn to the ground. Do. There we go. Oh, Entmon got something new. Let's see. What do you want to learn, buddy? Yes. Take that over light tackle. I think Digimon can evolve now. Yep. Yeah, we're not taking the X-Digimon line. That's for nostalgic babies. And by babies, I mean children from the year, like, 2002 or whatever. We're not doing that shit. Bring me a real-ass freak. We are probably gonna, like, devolve back to Vmon soon, though. Just to get him a bit more extra stats early on while it's still easier to. Yeah, Patamon we just need a shit ton of Holy for. Which we don't really have the opportunity for at the moment. Digimon will be good to go at level 21. That'll just take some time. Impmon needs to hit 25. Otherwise, we can do it at 23, but if we do it at 23, we'll have to devolve back down anyway. Because we need level 39, and Vilemon doesn't actually have a level cap of 39, so we need to go into Wizardmon instead. Who has a level cap of like 48. That real quick. And let's go in and equip some random equipment we've picked up along the way. See if we have anything decent in here. You should be the one with the poison ring. Luckily, unlike in Digimon World DS, you can equip like multiple rings. In that game, you can only equip one weapon, one shield, and one sword. So we have a lot more variety here. Okay, let's save. Bum bum. It is really funny that Impmon is like our biggest and strongest boy. He just doesn't have the like attack variety to back it up yet. And now that everyone's actually equipped with stuff and we have healing items, this should be a bit easier. All right, let's give this another shot. Alright. Attempt number 2, because we didn't do any of the in-between missions and just ran right into it. Bottom. Yeah, it's already significantly better damage. Alright. Unfortunately, like, I'm not quite sure how statuses work in this game for like stat changes, but they never seem to like actually matter for like lowering speed in this game in particular. They're a lot more important in I think it's Lost Evolution, which was the sequel game to these. That we never got over here. It got an English translation. We played it I think last year. Fun. A little flaky on PC like controls. That's the only way you can really play it unless you have the Japanese thing on like a jailbroken DS. Just due to it having some touchscreen reliance. Bum 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 bum. Alright, just keep doing this, because for some reason the the other side of him seems to resist fire attacks quite heavily. We know Sharp Claw does more damage than the single hit. Pew! Yeah, Inmon just doesn't have, like, the attack power to really back it up right now. Doo-doo. Alright. Growlbond should be able to stay alive till his next turn. At which point we'll start healing up the fire corner over here. Okay. Okay, Mon, you are unfortunately still on heal duty here, buddy. Sorry. Stats don't mean nothing right now. Alright, we're over halfway through. We got him in a good rhythm. Da-da. Jesus Christ, Growlmon, you get your ass kicked so quickly. He sure does have, like, attack going for him. Unfortunately, Growlmon is one of the few party Digimon that hasn't been able to, like, Digivolve back and forth a bit. So he is, like, significantly squishier than some of the others. He still has good damage, though, for now. Bum, bum. Alright. Yeah, it looks like this one's in the bag now. Just like another level or two in having slightly better healing items locked it up. Luckily, he keeps hard focusing over on the corner, so we haven't had much of a risk yet. Do 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 do. Yeah, we don't got heal anymore. Just kill. Kill! Kill! Do 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 do. Ah, the crit on the final turn. Get fucked, loser. There we go. Ah. Good chunk of EXP. What do we get? Sharp Claw, something that Guilmon has had the entire time. Literally don't need Holy Bolt. It's just worse than Grand Cross. I don't know why we have it. You're a lot stronger than you look. Are you a tamer from the Union? Are you serious? You should tell me first. That's not fair. Hey, I need to ask you a favor. Please don't tell the Union I was trying to destroy the server archives. No. Then, how about this? I'll give you my masterpiece, this D word. Use this. You should be able to restore the broken access zone. Do we have a deal? And then I'll send it to your Digivice. You got the D word. Messed up. I'm going home to sleep. Whoop! And now we get access to the D zone. It's area... I can't remember which area it is. It's either north... They're like divided into cardinal directions. Here we go. Easy peasy. We're studying the D word you acquired right now. Varusejron, this is a problem. Chiclair, we figured it out. The D word that ours acquired is a boost program that reinforces the mysterious virus. Virus? Yes, it's a highly contagious worm virus. Based on our analysis, we were able to determine a way to restore City. We conducted a test and we succeeded in restoring access zone in Shine West area. That's good news. Then can we restore the other areas? No. The virus seems to have built a resistance to the vaccine we've created. It had no effect on Shine S area or Shine N area. I see. Then it's no use. Continue in your investigation to see if there are any other options. Understood? Alright, it's all thanks to you. You did very well. I sent the reward to Shine Center, so collect it at the quest counter on the way back. There we go. And this Pokemon sprite being like the same size as me is a little concerning. I don't like that. I don't like seeing him that big. Hey! Fortunately, I don't think we can do the next story segment yet. I think we do have to do a side quest or two. Yep. Alright, let's see what our options are. That one takes a while. That one requires going back into Loop Swamp. That one, I think, also requires going back into Shell Swamp. Or Loop Swamp. This one's easier. We can do this one. This one's just, beat a bunch of Dorugor... Not Dorugor. It's Dorugora in, Doruga in, the other game. Who are we looking for? You? No. what I get for not paying attention. There you go, it's this Renamon. Login Mountain's in trouble. 3 Dorugamon are trying to dig holes in it. If they dig without a plan, Login Mountain could collapse. Please go stop them. Okay, so in this one, it's Dorugamon. In the other one, it's like, I think it's Nisei Jermojamon, which is way, way, way worse. Because obviously you can't get Dorumon like that. Oh, they're starting us from the other side this time. That's a little bit annoying, but we'll survive. Wow, it's Gatsumon and Hawkmon and Gatsumon again. All of you perish. Burn within the flames of the abyss. There we go. Bang. Easy. Alright. Fire breath. And I'll plug in a heater real quick. I'm exploding. I'm exploding to death. We're back. Sorry about that, chat. We felt our inside start to boil. It's not very comfortable. Unlike you, though, we live. I don't quite believe you would be able to survive that. Anyway, let's get back to beating up these children. Put him away for now. Hey! Very funny that they do start you up here normally on this quest, because they're all down here on the other side of the map. What do you want? I'm very busy right now looking for a nice place to dig a hole. Stop digging. Be quiet and get out of the way. I'm not gonna listen to you. But this is a side quest in a video game. You think you're not gonna fight me? We need a reason to have a mini-boss. Bum 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 bum. Ice blast is our best bet. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, these guys aren't gonna be a problem. Speed this up a little bit. Let's just get right through here. Bum bottom bum 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 ba da dum. Good source of beast EXP at least. I should check. Darn, you're really strong. Fine, I'll stop. I should check if, you got enough holy off of that boss fight for Patamon. We did not get holy off that boss fight. Yep. Look at how bad holy is compared to everything else. Okay, well, we're about to get Digimon already, at least. That was really fast. I'm actually going to... No, I can't. I was going to say, I'm actually going to devolve Vmon, but it doesn't have 50 friendship yet, so I can't do how the system works. I don't meet the requirements. Alright. The next one's back here. I don't care about fighting this baby. I don't have any reason to fight a baby like that. Hey. Hi. What's up? I'll start digging anywhere. Hey, stop digging. Digging holes is a Dorugamon's dream. Stop me if you can. I can. Fight the same boss again. Can you guess what the third part of this mission is gonna be? do 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 do. There we go. Bum 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 da dum. There we go. Hit him with flame dive one more time. I'm trying to remember what chapter we do next. Because I think, yeah, we did Loop Swamp. I don't think we go to the... Did we go there already? Huh. Because that's 5, that's 6. That one's 7. That one's 8. I feel like I'm... No, that's optional. That's also optional. Huh. We already going there already? That feels way too early. I lost. I'll see my dream in my sleep. That's so sad. Alright. Going up. And the last one is back this way. We have to go a bit out of our way for it. And I'm gonna punch this Patamon in its hot dog bun-shaped mouth. What it gets. Yep, there he is. Don't interfere with my geological survey, huh? Large mountain will collapse? No way, my sense of geology says that won't happen. Your sense of geology. Buddy. I'll beat you to death then. How does that sound? How does that one sound? Bum, ba, da, 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 da. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Bum ba da da. Bum. Bang. Ding. Alright. Finish it. Oh, he gets one attack in. Good for you, buddy. Ramon, you take way too much damage. Wasn't even enough for a level. What a shame. I'll stop digging. I'll stop digging. Get out of here. Da, 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 da. I don't think this is going to be too long of one tonight. We're likely going to unlock the next story segment and clear that out. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you for saving Login Mountain. I think it's very cool. I think Renamon's actually what we can farm for Holy EXP right now. Which is a pretty dire overall situation. I think we have to do one more. Let's see. Yep. Alright. Let's do the pink lipstick. Oh, it's this one. Okay, I know what this one is. I was thinking this was a different mission. But this one's actually quite quick. This is one of the ones from the last zone we didn't do. Time to go fight another mini-boss. Luckily the zone's really small, so getting there is not going to be much of a problem. Da-da, Dum ba da 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 dum. Quest! Shit forest. Time to kill. I'm sorry. I do like the Digimon we're gonna kill here. It's just I don't think it does much in this game. This game's older than like Tyrant Kabuterimon was. So I think like Hercules is like what all the bugs can like max out at if you take the Kuwagamon or the Kabuterimon path. Let's grab all these. Gate this. Novice Blade. Hello, Goburimon. Would you like to let a bunch of my Digimon level up before I do this fight? I think you would. I think you're that kind of guy. You look like a guy who's a glutton for being an XP sack. Bam. Not Automon maxing out on experience. Hey you, I'm Flymon. This is my territory. Don't trespass. I'll kill. Hey, it's Flymon. I'm going to shoot him full of holes with fire. Perish in the pit, in the abyss. Burn, 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 burn. Do 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 do. I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just hitting him with the heavy moves. This guy doesn't really have much going on for me to worry about. Oh, Growlmon. Oh, poor Growlmon. There we go. Almost done, almost done. Send him to hell. Burn him. Leave nothing of chance. I want him dead. There we go. Ouch. What do you want? Pink lipstick? Yeah, Biyomon dropped, but she was trespassing. If I give you back the pink lipstick, you're never coming back? In here, take it. Get out! I don't think there's an exit here, unfortunately. Yeah. Back down here. There we go. Dum ba da 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 dum. Alright, let's see where we're going for the plot next. Oh! Oh, I remember where we're going for the plot. I just remembered. I was like, I know I'm forgetting a zone somewhere. We're going to the jungle next. There we go. For Digimon request. Alright. Go right here. Night Crow Assault. Chapter... what is this? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think we can get light EXP here, so we might have to do a run. Nightcrow suddenly attacked us at Resistor Jungle. You guys are really suspicious. They're the ones that destroyed City. Claire, this is a big problem. If the Nightcrow really did destroy City, we can't let them do as they please. But we still don't know if that's even true. We can't rush to judgment and act carelessly. It's a difficult situation. Good timing, ours. I want you to go to Resistor Jungle and meet with a tamer from Nightcrow. They might know something. Everyone's been afraid since we don't have enough information. We need to know more about this incident and be careful not to provoke them. Ours, remember to be very cautious. Something's not right about Nightcrow. Keep your guard up. This isn't good. They think we're the enemy. One thing's for sure. Something's happening in the digital world. Go to Resistor Jungle and find out from Nightcrow who destroyed City. Don't let the Nightcrow scare you, Cheetah. I'm not scared. Why do I have to be scared of these guys? We're Light Fang. Well, let's go. Do 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 da 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 bum bum bum. Alright, so on our way out, we want to stop at the zone we unlocked. Should be directly up top here. Welcome to the desert, Shine West area, and the reason we want to come here is for the consumable shop. I just don't remember which one of these it is. Of course, it's the last one I check. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Oh, would you like some consumable items? So we want to come in here, and if we scroll down to the very bottom of the list, you'll see Full Repair S, fully restored HP, MP, and ally status disorders of an ally in one zone. So, this kind of, like, solves a lot of the game immediately. Like, imagine if you were playing Pokemon, and you got, like, 2 badges, and they started selling you, full restores for, like, the price of a Pokeball. That's what's happening here. Okay. With that, we can head on to the new zone. I just want to double check something real quick. Is there... what is the typings here? It's like plant, insect, beast. That's it. We're gonna get some Holy and some Dragon due to unique fights in the zone. But we desperately need to get some Holy. So what we're gonna do is go to the Digi Coliseum here. And we're going to save the game. Let's restore up here. And we're going to attempt. We're going to take our first attempt at the bronze class here. Going to take the advancement test to become a bronze tamer. The entry fee costs you 500. Right, now in your name. Go to the weight room when you're ready. Bum bum. So what doing this will do is it'll make it so that wild Digimon we encounter give us more scan data than they currently do. Which will help a lot with the current situation of we lowered the encounter rate. Hello, so you're today's challenger. I'm I, the test supervisor for today. You may look young, but I am your senior. You understand the rules? All you have to do is beat me, and then you'll be promoted to bronze. Let's see what you've got. I'll make a final call on this match. So, it's time to fight Shadramon and Magnamon at the same time as our first encounter. Shadramon mostly does fire, so we're going to prioritize getting Magnamon down. Magnamon has some much more wide-reaching attacks. See how much damage we're going to take from this. Yeah, this is doable. Alright. Guess it'll take a little while. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're more than at level for this. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo. Do 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 do. This is gonna take a little while, because they are quite bulky. The rank up tests do not play around. Here it comes. Yeah, okay. Alright, we technically still do more damage with Gatling Punch, it looks like. And since Magnamon is holy, this should dump a bunch of holy XP, which will hopefully be enough to evolve Patamon. Unfortunately, they're going to be losing out on the EXP of this, which is a shame. But I'd rather that than like go out of my way to grind in the middle of stream off of Renamon. Boom. I miss! I miss! I missed! Ah, damn. We'll use Impmon here to heal up real quick. By the way, the reason this is taking so long is that in this game, Magnamon is a tank, which means it has very high defensive stats in this encounter. Like, it may actually go faster when we switch to Shadramon. I just want the guy that has the move that literally hits 4/5 of the entire field out of the picture. Yeah, just keep hitting big boy. See what that does for you. That'll hold 2 damage. Alright, one more hit and he's down. We're actually gonna switch. No, we can just do this. He lived. Oh yeah, we're gonna melt Shadramon way faster. How are you still alive, dog? By an HP sponge? Oh my god. Okay, seriously. Cut it out. Die. Get out of here. I missed. Can't say what I think. Humans shouldn't hear that. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. Good lord. That wasn't even stressful, it was just annoying. Why am I missing so much? Why? Not fair. Okay. What is happening? Please punch him to death. Please. I figured that wouldn't do as much. Even if it didn't crack 200. Yeah, like compared to that. Alright, as long as these two hit, I think he's done. Nope, just lived. That's fine. Alright, and that's that. Get out of here. Go away. You! This is a fucking comedy of errors. Stupid. Okay, we're done. We're out of here. Jesus. Winner! Me! Ooh, you're strong. I guess I have no choice. You passed. So, what do you say? Yeah, thank you. I like your enthusiasm. From now on, you're a bronze tamer. Continue to work hard for the Union. Congratulations, bronze. You could do silver right now, but it would beat our ass. Okay, our rank went up. Nice going. Here's some paperwork, so just sign here. Thanks and good luck to you. Hey, and with that, we can add 2 more camps to the team. Here comes Angemon, who still has a, like, pitifully low attack stat. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's Angemon. He still has less than 100 in attack. Alright. Anja. Wow. Okay. Get to 48. I think he only needs to be like 34. Yeah. Okay. There will be a point in the game where getting holy experience will become like exponentially easier. He's got to get there. Da 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 da. Doom doom. You gained a new trait. And now you become Devi. $42. Okay, yeah, you can make that. He's already... A bunch of our teammates are already, like, power creeping Virus attack stat. Like, Devi is now our second strongest if you count HP and attack. He is still squishy as hell, but that's because the game hasn't really let us devolve or evolve him yet. Yeah, still not at 50 still. Right. Everyone leveled up from that though. So let's save and let's clear out the next zone here. We're almost to Impmon hitting champ, but they're not gonna stay as champ for long. That evolution line takes quite a bit of work. Get to work. Okay. Welcome to the jungle. Do. This zone isn't that expansive, so we're gonna be able to get through it pretty quickly. Are you Light Fang? Prepare yourself. Oh no! Random boy tamer attack. He's got a Kogomon. And a Ninjamon. And a Mushimon. I would have put Mushimon in the middle, honestly. Right. Target the ninjas. Okay, this is gonna be a real fight. That's crazy. A full 5-hit. And it lowers their speed. That's a little annoying. Okay, let's just continue targeting the ninjas just because of how many moves they take. The sooner we can gun them down, the quicker. It's crazy, by the way, that Growlmon still hasn't learned another move. Okay. Dark counter is active. Those spells are always so weird to me. I never quite figure out how they work. Because sometimes they do counter and sometimes they don't. I don't know if it's just counters dark moves only or like what. The ninjas should go down after this string of volleys though. At which point we can just hard target Mushimon. There's one. Means we can split this up with Firemon on Gatling Punch to ensure we get damage on both of them. See, that time it triggered. Ow! Oh, mean. That's annoying. I don't think he's gonna last very long, though. Yeah. Not too worried. Kind of annoyed, but not too worried. That's weird. Why does it... Okay, it stopped doing it. Okay. Yeah, it's just, like, inconsistent. I wonder if it's chance-based. Unfortunately, he hasn't attacked Impmon yet, so Impmon's still gonna be sleeping. There we go. Oh, that was way less EXP than I would have expected. Defeat Lightfang, defeat Nightcrow. Huh? What am I doing here? Am I sleeping? Oh no! Run away! Do. Alright. Another 300D. You have to pick up this, I think? No. Right here somewhere. Yeah, we need that key. Oh, I think it's backwards here. No. Oh no, that's where the teleport portal appears later on. It's probably just over here. Yep, there it is. Easy. Do. Open her up. Do. I think if we go through here, if we walk forward, we immediately get into another fight. Yep. I was seeing if I could bait out a wild battle, but I'll defeat you. You're my enemy. Alright, what do you got, Noon? Still just Kokuomon. That's so sad. Level 45 is, like, silly. I understand it's your only Digimon. That's absurdly strong. What the fuck? Why are you level 45? Okay, 300D. Item. Reviver. Should come back about half HP, I think. Fuck off. Stop that. Leave my Impmon alone. Hey, we're back up to full. Level 45. First thing it does is a multi-hit attack that does 500 damage. It's also a multi-hit move. Wow, you hate him. You really, really don't want Impmon doing anything. That's crazy. You're not jipping him out of EXP. I need him to hit fucking 25 already. Oh, this guy just does a shit ton of damage, huh? Miss. I've never had this much bad luck with misses. It's fine as long as they don't start one-shotting everyone. We'll be okay. That's really annoying. That's a pain. It's fine. It's fine. He's done. One hit. It does so much damage. Follows the golden forward and chest eyes are interesting. Thank you. Okay. Oh, good lord, that was nasty. That was a nasty fight. It just had double hit moves that do like 2/3 of a teammate's HP. What's going on? My head hurts. Help me. No. I'm gonna hunt you down, Noon. I'm gonna hunt you down for what you just caused me to do. We are gonna have to do like 1 or 2 fights in here. Because we need to get a little bit, we need to get Impmon to 25. Okay. Yeah, okay, these are gonna be much easier to kill. Sorry, Leomon. I'm, continuing the tradition, let's say. Alright. Ah, that didn't do enough. Fine, they just keep using Gatling Punch. Bonk. Alright, and that should be enough. There we go. Oh. Come on, lives with like 1 hit. Fine, that shouldn't do any more. It did just enough. Of course it did. Of course it did. Item. Get back up. Get back up, you big red dinosaur. I need you alive. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, that's more than enough. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, see, there we go. And 1 more fight for Impmon. Doom, doom. Just gotta get it to 25. Then it can digivolve. Then we'll probably do one more fight just to get a big stat bump before the boss here. Doom, 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 doom. No, you don't give a... You don't care about getting punched in the head, huh? It's gonna be pretty easy. Yeah, there he goes. Just melt instantly. Alright, was that enough? Yep. Alright. Open this up. And this isn't our intended champ path, but it's the one that's actually gonna save us time in the long run. Let's go to Wizardmon for now, and then we'll do a fight or two to level him up to just get some bonus stats for the boss fight, and the bonus fight should give us enough EXP to go back to Entmon, because we actually want to go down the Vilemon path. Unfortunately, they did like a weird thing in this game where the Wizardmon path does not actually go into Beelzemon. The Wizardmon path goes into Mummymon and then Pharaohmon. For some reason in this game, you use Matadormon and Mummymon as a DNA Digivolution. Alright, is it Wizard or Wizard? It is Wizard. Okay. As a DNA Digivolution, and you have to have Impmon, I think, in your party at the time. And then you can make Beelzemon, but it's like it's a really late game evolution. Okay, let's give Wizardmon a level or two here, and that should be more than enough to get through the fight. Oh, it's Dokugamon! I always love this big spider. Oh, and Wendigomon. Did you know that Wendigomon's name in Japanese is actually just Windymon? I always thought that was really cute. First showing out immediately gets paralyzed. Yep, that's the fate of... That's a Wizardmon. That's a Wizardmon for you. Being his ass in the quote retweets. Poor Wizardmon. Fine, I just need him to stay alive. Go. Hi, Windymon. Still paralyzed. Paralysis is such a mean status in this game in particular. Thanks for the follow, Falling Stars. Oh, now follow. Ugh. I love Wendigomon. It's such a weirdo. I always love Lopmon's line. Alright. I know nothing about Digimon, but you're fun to watch. Oh. Thanks! That's always kind to hear. Alright! Let's get that out of the way. Okay, everyone is leveled substantially, and we got a couple new moves coming in. Oh! Yeah, I'll take those. That's a definite improvement. And for you... Not actually much of an improvement at all. But thank you, Angemon. Thanks for trying. Right. We gotta go in and we gotta re-equip stuff on Wizardmon. Make them a little tankier for this upcoming fight. And last but not least, give them a speed ring. Oh, hey! Digimon is a fun series. It's very actually old at this point. It's one of the few monster catchers that really like stuck around outside of Pokemon. We're going through some of the older games here that we haven't covered on the channel yet. Specifically because Time Stranger comes out in October that we're going to be covering. My head hurts. I gotta defeat Light Fang and destroy the Union. Whatever. Anyway, here's our rival. Noon, what are you doing? Hurry, run! Get to the gate! Sayo, what are you doing here? I see. Hey, here we go. Rival fight 2. You'll pay for what you did to Newton. Dun dun bum bum. Anyway, she has an ultimate already. Whoa, hold up. That's not right. That's a localization bug. Unless the patch fucked with that. It was still called Lekismon properly. Back when this game came out. I don't know why that says Rekisumon. Game looks fun. I love Pokemon, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is specifically using a patch for the original game because it was a bit grindy and slow that they released a little while ago. But it's a pretty easy patch to find. Luckily, Wizardmon has a perfect move for this encounter. The real problem we're going to have here is... Actually, I don't think Mirage Galgamon. Lekismon here has a double hit move that puts you to sleep. And if you get put to sleep, you're not waking up until you get hit again. In fact, here it comes. Luckily, it's at least on Wizardmon, so we shouldn't really take much damage from it. Yeah, I would recommend if you are a fan of like the Pokemon style games, like Monster Razors, and you want something with more of a story, the Cyber Sleuth games were both really good. For that, they're a bit crunchy in some points because they were built on like Vita tech. But honestly, I just say if you do want to get into the series, just wait for Time Stranger to come out. It's one of the first like games that clearly has like a rather large budget they're putting into it, because Bandai has been despite this being like Bandai's third most successful owned franchise, like fully owned franchise to the point where they've called it a pillar of the company, they kind of treated Digimon like a weird redheaded stepchild for like 2 decades straight. I don't know what was up with that. Because it was always doing okay. Alright. Let's heal up real quick. Growlmon's getting a little low. We're just gonna keep throwing Thunderball at them because they're in the right location for it. And it's doing good damage to Lekismon. Okay, game looks fun. Okay. Game companies always half-assing good games. Yeah. Yeah, you could really tell, unfortunately, in Cyber Sleuth, that, the localization in particular was really rough at points. That game in particular had to be brought over by fan demand via petitions, was the only reason we got it over here originally. And it's done quite well since then. Like, they had basically no expectations for it, and it's gone on to do well and get, like, a full re-release and a side game even in English. But it led to stuff like, if you pick the female main character in that game, the script does not have a setting for it to refer to them as she. So they refer to you as if you're the male main character the entire game because they paid no money to localize that video game. This is what happens when your company, when your franchise is owned by Bandai, by the way. This is not just a Digimon problem. That's just Bandai in general being, they don't like paying money for anything. They like licensing anime games and that's it. On the bright side, if you do play that game as a female character, due to similar issues, that game becomes incredibly, like, lesbian approved if you're playing as a female character, just because, it seems like she was a later edition, and that comes with all the plot bits you would think it might come with. Alright. This fight's basically over now. We just gotta solo dump into him and heal up every so often. Like, the rank up optional fight we did earlier had more health than this. Despite this guy being level 47 and us being like 28, his stats are actually what matters in this game and not necessarily your level. If I play as a guy, does that mean I can be gay then? No. But the side game that comes after that, does have a very, 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 very heavily gay-coded character, that is very close to the protagonist. Who is only a guy in that one. Alright, we're gonna have to heal up. We're gonna have to heal up Gaugamon here. Oh, not Mach. We're gonna have to heal up Growlmon here. I don't want to heal the boss, actually. Don't do that. At least there's some gay. I'll be happy then. LMAO. Yeah. Do. There we go. Yeah. Digimon did actually take an interesting stance as an older franchise in that it realized a while back that unlike, say, Nintendo properties like Pokemon or other things like that, it can't just forever target young age brackets. And they actually switched towards making games and media products that specifically target late teens and people in their 20s. Because they realized that it was easier to appeal to the people who got into it as children that they already had that they knew would stick around, than continue to try and fight against every other media franchise to get younger audiences. Which means the stories that they started putting into the more modern games do actually have quite a bit of meat to them. There we go. Everybody levels up. My loss. I can't believe I lost to Lightfang. But even if you take over the digital world by force, Nightcrow will never lose. We're the ones fighting for justice. What? Do you think justice is on your side? How could that be? Tries to fight you again. All of you in Lightfang, listen to me. Don't fight with Nightcrow. Get as far away from Resistor Jungle as fast as you can. What? Is that the Union? Yes, there's no choice. We'll have to continue this later. Nightcrow will never lose to evil. Teleports away using a gate key despite being right in front of the exit. Right, hold on. Alright. So you, unfortunately, despite currently being our strongest Digimon, you gotta go backwards now. Now, the only reason I went into Wizardmon is because I needed Aptitude to increase, because Aptitude is your level cap stat. And certain stronger Digimon are gated by level caps that require you to evolve or devolve a couple times. But evolving and devolving is also how you raise your stats. So it actually is a benefit in the long run, even if it takes more time. Back to imp mode. In devolve as well as evolve. Yep. It's a bit more limited in this game, but in the later games, you also have far more branching, like, evolution trees. So you can jump, like, all over the place. Instead of being, like, hard locked to, like, one or two guys. This is a game from, like, 2007. So it is a little limited in certain ways. The important thing about these games, though, is that, the protagonists of these games, which is, Firebon here, and, Lekismon that we just fought, they're currently in their, like, adult stage, are going to be... The next game, Time Stranger, that's coming out, is actually based around the group they're a part of. So they will have a large role in the plot at some point or another. Bum, bum. They're also menaces in the TCG because they printed cards without restrictions. Alright. Let's head on back here. Yeah, the entire concept for Digimon, at least in these older games, Cyber Sleuth kind of messed it up, but it looks like they'll be back to normal with it in Time Stranger, is that you would Digivolve and De-Digivolve to consistently raise your level cap, and every time you would evolve, it would reset your level to 1, which would then allow you to quickly, if you would evolve, you would allow you to quickly gain stats very fast from a low level to quick level it back up to where you were while maintaining your stats. And then if you devolved, you would lose some stats, but not as much as you gained by evolving. So you would cycle this up to raise your overall level cap while increasing your stats generally over time. Which basically meant that, unlike something, say, like in Pokemon, where certain Pokemon are just kind of always going to be bad even if you really like them, in this, technically you can grind in these older games any Digimon you want to the max stat caps. Why'd you attack us at Resistor Jungle? Gideon, I'm sure they had a reason for attacking us, but... Do you think that the one that attacked City and Nightcrow are working together? We have no proof, so there's really no way to know. And there's no way a Union team member who's supposed to protect the city would destroy it. I agree. Come to think of it, the Nightcrow at Resistor Jungle were acting strangely, as if they were under someone's control. Something's going on. Ours? You're going back. Gideon, I want you to continue gathering information about Nightcrow and Dark Moon City. Understood. Seems that something's going on with Nightcrow. Ours, you go and gather information about them as well. I've sent your reward to Shine Center, so go and get it later. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you. Digimon that go up and down are just tamer Digimon partners, and you inverse Digimon gradually gain data and EXP to stay in higher forms, but if defeated or go down to forms. This isn't always true, depending on the version of the game you're in. For example, your Digimon in these games don't actually revert on their own unless you choose to revert them. In anime, they will always, like, revert down because, you know, you need your little guy, your little mascot character who's gonna hang out with you. You can't just have him always be a nuclear Tyrannosaurus Rex. You're gonna definitely play Time Stranger when it comes out then, since this seems really cool. You're good at advertising this. Thank you. Yeah, we care about Digimon quite a lot. For example, though, that's what I was talking about. In the previous game, there in Digimon World DS, there's actually a very specific point at which you use a corrupted data disk, if I remember right, to force a Digimon that's too strong to actually de-Digivolve on its own, which is a very good bit. I believe it's a Machine Dramon that you force to de-Digivolve into a Skullgreymon so that you actually have a chance to fight it. There we go. Well done. Yeah, this is a multimedia franchise, so it usually has like some kind of anime going. It has a actually pretty successful TCG that's been going for a couple of years. It's not like super big. Like, it got eclipsed by the One Piece TCG because the One Piece TCG kind of took like 70% of the mechanics of the Digimon TCG and just slapped a more popular franchise on it. So, you know, that happened. It's got another new anime coming up soon. It's had a couple movies in the past, as well as not as consistent anime as we got to use, because they unfortunately they got a little too nostalgia brained around like 2015, and they basically went like, what if we made 50 sequels to Kanto, and like all of them were bad for like 6 years straight. And now they've decided maybe that was stupid and we shouldn't be doing that anymore. Alright, so we did that. So let's see what's available. We'll at least try and unlock the next story section today. The Stolen Awards. I don't remember what that one is. I do remember that one. That's from the last segment. One Piece fan base is a cult. That is true. I don't know if we can necessarily talk about that while being Digimon fans, though. a little bit of pot calling the kettle black there. But that's what happens to like everyone who gets dedicated to a franchise. Oh, we want this one. Cass Canyon is our first optional zone. It is an entire area that we cannot go to normally and never comes up in the main story. It is also a zone that is limited only to Dawn. If you're playing the other version of this game, which is Digimon World Dusk, you get Chrono Mine instead, if I remember right, at this point in the game. And Chrono Mine is mostly focused on Dark Digimon like the Diaboromon line, the Lunamon line, and a couple different machine types. Well, see, here's the thing. You've got to think about volume. Like, there are absolutely people in Digimon that will do that. but One Piece is a franchise with, like, fans in, like, the millions upon millions. So there's all, like, the bad actors are always gonna show up more when you get to a group like that, unfortunately. It doesn't help that the power scaling of modern day has risen to any shonen fan will fight you like a sociopath over the smallest things possible. I will not deny that. I don't remember the layout of this zone very well. It's been a while. Oh, crap. That's right. We have to fight him here. Hold on. Very weak presence on the power scale. Don't tell them that. They'll get very upset if you say that. I'm sleepy. Who is that woke me up? I know it's you. You're gonna pay. Oh, God. We're under attack. Watch out, guys. It's that guy with an inconsistent relationship to physical damage. I think he's actually quite high level. Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah. This is a tanky boy, all right. We're gonna be here for a little bit. It's crazy that Growlmon hasn't learned a single move yet, by the way. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow! Good. Ugh. Ugh. Get out of here. Go. Go. Run away. Save me, Angemon. You resist this. You do no damage, but you do resist it. Half of my HP in one hit is crazy. I know it's weak to it, but that's crazy. Let's just try hitting it with our strongest move and see how much damage it does. Yeah, respectable. We're still gonna be here a while, though. So at the beginning of the game, you were offered several teams of Digimon to pick from. If you did not pick the team that had Growlmon in it at the time, now is when you can finally pick up Guilmon. They were arguing that Kaido could be Krillin. I'm not even gonna get into that shit. That shit's just a nightmare. Let's leave the power scaling absurdities to the power scalers. I'm not going in there. That's scary. I say playing the franchise where it's like my nuclear T-Rex that eats universes is stronger than your nuclear T-Rex that eats universes. People in this franchise are power scaling Buddha against the god of time. Oh yeah, this guy, he has the Sword of All Delete that can destroy anything it touches without reservation. Yeah, he's not even in, like, the top 20. People do, in fact, do that in Fate. Fate's a stupid one, because if you, like, keep track of Fate at all the original servants that were introduced in Fate are, like, really fucking, like, power crept at this point by modern standards, but by the word of God, they're still all super strong. Like that fucking Gil gets to stay the strongest forever because Natsu says Gil is the strongest. And then over here, you have, like, it's been 2 decades. Here's a guy who regularly restructures the entire formation of the universe. This guy was released 5 years ago and has since been power crept. Wow, I really am just punching a brick wall here. Well, yes, that's Gil's weakness. No matter how strong he is, his fucking, like, hypocrisy means that he'll never fight at full power, and thus people take advantage of that and just beat his ass. Like, I think the only time we've seen him, like, completely unrestricted, willing to go all out, and also lifted by the restrictions that, what is it, the planet Alaya puts on him so that he doesn't just, like, nuke everything, is in, like, CCC. And in that one, they just start doing, like, Gurren Lagann shit and having Enema Elish throw, like, universes at you. Emiya's biggest off is Emiya. This will always be true, yeah. Dog, why? I know you're a tank, Shakomon. I know that means you have high defense. Oh god, why is your defense so high? Did your HP have to be this high too, dog? We're just like staring at each other. And doing no damage. I've lowered your light resistance like 20 times and that attack still does 19 damage. Alright, we are gonna have to heal that part of the party here. On the bright side, we're gonna get a ton of EXP off of this guy. On the downside, 80 damage. This thing wings, it clashes with the rest of the design. It's just because it's like an angel Digimon. But yeah, it's... Shakomon is a weird one. I don't dislike it, but it's also really hard to make look good. If you know what I mean. Just due to how limited its movement range is and how detailed parts of it are. I do actually think that, oddly enough, despite me really not liking the 2020 reboot, there is an episode where Shakomon comes out, and that's probably one of the best showings Shakomon has had. I'll give that show that. It did put a, it was very good at putting, like, a highlight on Digimon that are less popular or appear less often, in that they will just pull in some dudes for an episode, and you'll just have to deal with the fact that those dudes are here. And then, unfortunately, they'll get punched in the face by Agumon for, like, the 50th episode in the row, and you'll be like, yeah, that sure happened. Doo-doo-doo. They defeated the multiversal god of time in that by throwing a... just throwing a spirit bomb at him. Yeah. That sure sucked. Hey, Frost. Thanks for the raid. I hope you guys had a good stream. I'm fighting this wall and talking because, boy, this sure is just fighting a wall. Get me out of here. I completely forgot about this fight until we walked on screen and I saw him and I was like, oh no. I'm gonna be here for like 20 minutes. Didn't that show also make it even further beyond form? No. Okay. 2020 is the reboot of the original Digimon Adventure. What you're thinking of is Digimon Last Kizuna, which was a sequel movie to Digimon Adventure Tri, which was a series of movies that was a sequel to the original show. But also, because Digimon Adventure Tri was bad, you didn't have to watch Digimon Adventure Tri to watch that movie. And that's the one where they get the weirdly human designs. I'm not a real fan of those. I can't quite say I like the weirdly human Agumon and Gabumon. They're called like Bond of Bravery and Bond of Friendship. The unfortunate part about Time Stranger is that that game has been in development for so long at this point, because Digimon Survive had to completely restart all of its development, that they've basically confirmed that Agubond and Gabubond are going to be the most recent anime Digimon, which means unless we get them in DLC, we're not getting like anything from Ghost Game or anything from Liberator or anything from Seekers, I think it was called, was the Lugamon one, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of really cool guys in there. Omnimon fatigue is real. That's so true. I have the same issue with Agumon at this point that I have with Charizard, which is it's like, oh, but Charizard's cool, and it's like, yeah, but I've also seen Charizard in every single piece of media for the past like 30 years. And that's not to say Charizard isn't still cool. I just like, there are other cool guys I would like to see. Ah. Here comes his Justice Beam again. I just realized that's been lowering our attack. No wonder this is taking... I was like, why did I start doing under 100 damage? Gonna get you. I'm gonna get you when this is over, Shakobon. Trapped in the fucking infinite void for 15 minutes. I'm starting to run out of MP. Do 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 do. I know he resists it, but come on, guys. Really? 18 damage. Oh, I didn't even know he had a multi-attack pack. That's scary. Multi-attacks are really cool in this game, by the way, because you see how the battlefield structure up there is divided into 5 parts? And how your moves show which zones they're going to hit? Multi-hits allow you to separate out attacks into different zones and even onto different targets. Which means stuff like multi-attacks with status effects on them are like amazing in the DS era of Digimon story games. It's something I really wish they would bring back, just because it gave you so much more move variety as you got further into the game. But it looks like we might, despite them vastly increasing how Time Stranger's moveset works from Cyber Sleuth's era of games, it looks like they're still mostly sticking with the same kind of just AoE single target and specific moves with buffs. Which, like, it's fine. I just always preferred, not necessarily how it works in this game, but in the follow-up ones to this, where they introduce proper, like, weakness notifications and increase the potency of buffs. Where I think it really starts gelling there a bit. Almost there. Only a couple more 19 damage hits to go. Ah! No, Fireman! I wasn't paying attention! That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I have a bunch of revives on me. He'll come back with like half HP. I can just heal everyone up with Angemon here. buff with my gun device. Yes, that's right. Your phone digivice that turns into a gun that you can use to buff your party. It is really funny how, like, you can see work from the artist that is on that show, like, leaking in more and more visually the more games they're on, where you just start getting, like, we've just actually started getting, like, Devil Survivor SMT shit starting to show up. And I'm not gonna complain about that, because I do enjoy those games quite a lot, but it is very funny. Justice being. I am hoping that at least Time Stranger doesn't do what Hacker's Memory did, where Hacker's Memory, like, advertised certain Digimon lines were going to be in the story mode that had not been in anything for, like, literally 20 years. That was, like, super exciting. And then you didn't actually get to use them until you beat the video game. We're just gonna have to start throwing hands here. I'm almost out of MP. Fight has gone so long, I have used the entire MP bar. I know I did want, you know, more holy EXP, because we don't get to the holy area till, like, way later in the game, but this is ridiculous. Oh, Growlmon's dead. Revive, save us. This fight has gone on for so long. I can't have any of my Dark Digimon out because they will just get one shot. Alright, hurry up, please. Alright, hopefully this finishes it off. Like, it's literally at a pixel of life. Come on, man. Let me out of here. I didn't think I would be trapped here for like 15 minutes. Pyra is completely out of MP, so unless I use items to restore it, I can't do anything about that. Thank God. Give me 60 million experience for that. 1,000. Wow. Not even enough for a level up on some of my party members. What the hell? Alright, okay. What do we got? What do we got? I'm not taking that. Ugh, ouch. I'm grumpy when I wake up, so I got a little angry. Sorry about that. Are you looking for something? I think I might have seen a treasure chest further down. Hold up. Where are my full revives? Pick me back up. No, not that. I almost sent myself back to the beginning of the dungeon. Oh, this is dark. Back out. Hey. Do 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 do. Get Impmon back out now that we're not fighting a holy guy that can two-shot them. The ancient key. I don't actually think that's what we need. I think that's the key. Oh no, that is what we need. Okay. You gotta go talk to Box Boy again. I think, there's actually a Digimon we have to encounter here. Hold on. Oh, well, there's Sunmon. I guess Sunmon's here. We need to find, Chibamon, which is, Veemon's baby form. Because having Chibamon is required to get the Mega form we're going for Veedramon. But you need it. You literally have to have Chibamon befriended, so you have to have made a Chibamon. It's one of its Mega requirements for some reason, if I remember right. Also, you can't Digi-evolve into Chibamon until you have Chibamon. Also, there's Gigimon. So this is also where you can get access to Guilmon if you did not pick the attack party at the beginning of the game. As, if you don't have, Gigimon, I believe you are specifically locked out of getting Growlmon, which means you can't go anywhere but Tyrannomon. Doo-doo-doo. Ooh, another new skill. See what this is. Normal bomb. There we go. See if you can find a couple more Chibamon here before we go turn that in. There we go. So many babies in this, like, mid-games area. Like, we walked into the baby zone. Oh, wait. Growlmon, how do you not have how have you not learned a single move? You're almost level 30. Like, Guilmon didn't learn a single move either. We've only ever had these two moves. It's kind of insane. Like, they're still pulling their weight on damage. I just don't know. I'm just confused. Okay, I think maybe one more. Maybe one more will be fine. Try and get one more encounter, and then we'll run back up to that guy and give him the ancient key. Because we aren't actually allowed to fully explore the zone right now. Nope, that is a single Sunmon. I don't have a reason to fight you. You don't even give good EXP. Get me out of here. It's a baby! Why can I not run from a baby? Thank you. RPG moment. Okay, yep, there we go, that's enough. That's more than enough. Okay, now the only other thing we need for that evolution is we're going to have to get specifically a Airdramon from a later zone. And if we do that, then we're cleared for the Mega we want. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, there we go. I'm the winner. bodied that fucking level 12 child. Turned it into dust. Alright. Let's go back and talk to the researcher. Right. Over here. Sure, I found a key. An ancient key. Go open the box right away. Bright light, how wonderful. A Digimon fossil's inside the box. Thanks to you, we were able to find something amazing. Thank you. That's a... That's a weird thing to exist, kind of. Like, some Digimon actually having bones, but that's because they're the data of bones. Not, like, the idea that they could fossilize. Like, it's not new to have fossils in the digital world. But usually those are, like, part of the world. And there are, like, skeletal Digimon, but that's because they're based off data of skeletons. And there are ancient Digimon, too, but those are also alive. I think there are a couple situations where like, we have ancient Digimon that aren't alive, and that's from, like, the Frontier era. And that would be the ancient warriors, as well as what's his name? Orphusmon? Ornosmon? Orunosmon? I can't. Big bird. It's an Archaeopteryx. It's just a big Archaeopteryx. Yeah, Ornismon. It is in fact an ancient Digimon that went extinct in the distant past. It's boasting a size beyond imagination and is called the Ruler of the Skies. Just a big dinosaur bird. Also, say hello to Tyrannomon, everybody. This is like the OG of OGs. He doesn't get enough respect. He has actually started getting more respect in recent years. Like, they gave him a proper mega line and everything now. Outside of Rust. Because Rust was always in a weird spot because it was like the mega, but it was a mega that was better associated with Metal Tyrannomon and not Master Tyrannomon. And Metal Tyrannomon is usually an evolution of like Dark Tyrannomon. Which, this entire conversation sounds insane if you don't already know what I'm talking about. It's actually probably better to do Sharp Claw. Okay, there we go. That fight alone gave us almost as much EXP as the big boy. You got Gorgon. That is a weapon for Dark, I think? Or I might be thinking of Balmung. Gorgon, no, it's a shield. Level 40 for Dark. That's crazy. We're not getting to that in a long time. Oh, this might be one of those maps where they... Here, we can get out of here quicker. We'll just use an item. There we go, let's get back home. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Hey. talk to Garudamon and tell him we found a fossil. I can remember where they are. Not here. Definitely not here. Okay. Hi, welcome back. I heard you were a big help. Everyone was very happy. Thank you so much. You can go get your reward at Shine Center. I am hoping that Time Stranger ditches this, by the way. Because this do a big story segment, and then you're forced to do a bunch of side quests, is basically what they still did in Cyber Sleuth. And I'd really rather have the side quests just be, you know, like a thing you can choose to do, instead of being something they lock you into. Oh, EXP ring! Yippee! So EXP rings are interesting in this game. Due to the way EXP rings work, you only have to equip one of them, and they don't stack. But thanks to how EXP works, it applies to the entire party when you beat a fight. That was very, 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 very worth doing. Okay, well, let's go do the not Renamon one, the Cubimon one. Just because I don't remember what this is about. I remember what the other two are about, and they involve going back into Loop Swamp and kind of getting lost for a while, so I don't want to do that right now. Help me! I won a beauty contest and I was about to receive a cool trophy and a cool medal when Arukenimon and Dokugamon came along and stole them. Give them back from me. They're hiding in Resistor Jungle. Please help me. I'm so pretty. These jealous and spiteful women stole my trophies. Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, off we go. do, do, do. Burn to the ground. Burn to the ground, burn to the ground, burn to the ground. I love Floramon's getting hit sprite, by the way. It's so good. Like, look at this. Ah! There's a bunch of level up. There's Dokugamon. Huh? A cool trophy? I don't know what you're talking about. Really, I don't. I only have a cool medal. Oh, whoops. Well, there's no choice. I'll kill you. Very Yakuza-esque side quests in this video game. They're not too tanky. This won't take too long. Growlmon, you're gonna have to learn some moves sooner. They're gonna start calling you a fraud. They're gonna start power scaling you. It's not gonna go well. Always a minute. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Hey, stun. Nice. Stun is basically just random chance in this game, but it is literally just the status that says you skip your opponent's next turn. It's a little crazy. Hold on, let's bring in Big Man here. God, that poison chip is so real. Like, it's actually very real. Anyway, go, my touch of evil. Oh, it didn't paralyze. It did a lot more damage, though. I always like Dokugamon's, like, look. I'm usually not the biggest fan of spiders, but I think Dokugamon's just, like, a really fun look to it. It does enough to throw it off while still clearly being a spider. There we go. I always liked our Ukenimon too, who we're gonna meet in a minute. Oh, that gave us nothing. Yeah, I think the quality of life patch slightly increases the amount of EXP you get while lowering the encounter rate. To try and minimize the amount of grind these older games have. But it is really funny that, like, it doesn't seem to apply to, like, side quest bosses, just, like, overworld fights. I wonder if there was, like, some like, little programming bit they couldn't figure out for that. Oh, this is a dead end. Oh, this is actually where you, That's right, this is where you enter from, I think the other side? I think you start here in Dusk. Go, my touch of evil. You missed. We're putting you in the blender, Devimon. I am excited that this next Time Stranger is going to be like the first game where they've actually just straight up let you have like an evil Digimon on your team right away as your starter. Because typically they avoid that, but like they've become more aware as time has gone on that, oh yeah, people always love villains. Like, what are we doing? It was real bad in the TCG for a while too, where there was just like no villain decks for like over like a year or two that were actually like playable. Do 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 do. Hey, that's the problems out of the way. Now we can just kind of bully the Gabumon until it gives up and falls over. Do 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 do. There we go. How much we getting for that? Ooh, chunky. Three more levels. No, wait. 4 more levels. And we can finally get Impmon caught up with the rest of the team. I say even though it's like, I think our strongest party member at this point. It is tied in attack stat with Devimon. But it's winning on HP. 121 attack. The cap, by the way, in case you're curious, in this game is 99 for aptitude, 9,999 for HP and MP, and 999 for everything else. Oh, she's right here. A lot closer than I thought she'd be. Oh, we should be good with this team. Let's just save just in case. Because the last guy we fought was really chunky. The last actual boss we fought for a side mission. Who are you? Oh, are you the one who picked on Dokugamon? You're after my lovely, cool trophy, aren't you? Well, it belongs to beautiful, pretty me. I won't forgive anyone who tries to take it. Oh no. Fucked up how in Ghost Game she like ate a guy's face off, and then like a 14-year-old boy saw that and the light left his eyes. Ghost Game does some fucked up shit. Like, people get got in that show. It's kind of insane. Hey! Yeah, she's chunky, but this won't be too bad. It would be nice if we could get the paralysis proc on her, though, because that would smooth things over quite a bit. She really does not like ice. Let's try just punching her twice and see how this does. For a damage comparison. Yep, that's better. Do-do-do-do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do, do, do. They have in fact revealed a new Digimon while we are streaming this game. They actually put out the trailer for the new television show that starts in September. We've got a little bat Digimon in a hoodie, the chameleon Digimon, a red panda themed Digimon, and one that's just a buff furry. There's always got to be one of them somewhere. Yeah, we got it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, just keep using Gatling Punch. We'll have to heal with Devimon, I think, now that we've got the paralysis off. Yeah. Devimon has done his job. So, paralysis is really fucked up. So, like, for, like, 3 to 5 turns, it's just gonna, like, it's gonna go for a long time and just say, you can't act or you can act at, like, random chance. Like, sleep guarantees they won't be able to act, but the moment you hit them, it wears off, which is why you need to be able to reproc it quite a lot. But if you paralyze someone, you just get to wail on them. Like, the entire time. Hey. Just keep going with Touch of Evil, because if we reproc... If we reproc Paralysis, it resets the timer. This is why, by the way, this is why Lunamon is a way better starter than Coronamon is. Because Lunamon just gets access to heal and sleep and poison and a bunch of other stupid shit on multi-hit moves. Which is, like, absurdly busted. All Coronamon brings to the field is AoEs with some more power to them. They don't actually do anything to disrupt the opponent at all. Also, their evolution-like requirements are way higher than Lunamon's are. Okay. Just about done. Ah, it finally wore off. That's what I mean by paralysis is, like, absurd. It lasts so long. And fight's over. Thank you for trying. Unfortunately, I'm just too strong. Hey! Oh, she lived one hit. Well, I'm gonna kill you with a baby then. Go, Impmon. I can't win. Every single time I say something like that, they immediately miss. Every time. It's been consistent. Go away. Get out of here, Arukenimon. Go back to Adventure 2. Go back to O2. Don't need you here. Do. Oh no! I lost! You got the cool trophy. What? Something else? No. I just wanted to see what you'd say. Alright. Let's head on back. I don't know how I missed that the first time through. Wow, you look like just enough EXP to level up. That's a lot of guys, actually. That's a lot more guys than I was expecting. Do. Clear them out really fast, though. Oh, not that one. Little Blizzard, go. Go, my pathetically weak AoE that has enough bite to it. Alright. We know the first two died in a single volley of attacks. playing the good guy game for good guys. Team is currently Satan and Satan 2. Hey, the paralysis. Okay. We're actually going to use Ice Blast to try and even out the damage here. And hopefully Fyra can take them both out. Because no matter what, that guy was not getting move in. Okay. Flame drive-by. Go. Ah. Oh, I love those sweet experience. I love leveling up. This way. And we're out of here. Alright, let's go turn this in. And see if we unlock the next main scenario. And if we do, that'll probably be it for tonight. And we'll come back tomorrow night. And get a bit more done in. I already forgot. Oh, it's over here. Go, 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 go. You got back the trophy in the medal. Thank you. Okay. Go, go, go. Run, run, run. Okay. Check, and we should have investigate pallet Amazon? The pallet Amazon, yep. This is the next main scenario dungeon. This one's a bit longer. We'll still probably breeze through it with the way this is set up. But hopefully we start getting some ultimates next round. Because we're at the point where we should start getting them, but they've like streamlined it so much with this patch that I haven't really had a reason to. Alright. Let's get back to BRB, and we're gonna thank a couple people, okay? Let me get my boy out. Okay. Wow. Get my little guy ready. Oh, hey! Thanks for coming out, everyone. That's gonna be it for tonight. But we'll be back tomorrow with more. We'll run through Pallet Amazon, and ones after that. I think it's Investigate Thriller Ruins after Pallet Amazon. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll get through those two tomorrow at least. We're on good track to finish the game in like another 2 streams, maybe 3. We'll see. We'll see how quick we get through some of the side quests. Hopefully, if we ever encounter something like Shakomon again, we might be here for another one. But we'll find out. Game is definitely much smoother with this quality of life patch. You do get through this a lot quicker and with minimal grinding, which is quite nice. So, a special thank you tonight to Lux Lucifer VT for the subscription, as well as Falling Stars for the follow, and Frost Sheepy for the raid. Always a pleasure to see you guys. That's going to be it for us here tonight at the Theater of the First. And we'll see you all next time, okay? Sweet dreams. And that's going to be curtains. Night, night. Bye-bye. Bye.